Have you ever found yourself clinging to a moment, a relationship, or a job, wishing it would stay just the way it is? Maybe it's that feeling you get when you're on vacation and the last day starts creeping up, or when life finally feels calm and comfortable and you want to hit pause. It's that deep human desire to stop the inevitable, to hold on to what feels safe and familiar. But despite our best efforts, time marches on. People change, circumstances shift, and even our bodies quietly transform with each passing day. This is the reality we live in, a world where the only constant is change. It's a concept the West frequently refers to, but it's not unique to any one culture or philosophy. The East, for example, talks about impermanence, about the natural ebb and flow of life, where nothing is fixed. Throughout history, great thinkers and philosophers have pointed to this same truth. Change is not something to be feared, but understood as the very nature of life itself. They recognize that impermanence is woven into the fabric of existence, a constant reminder that nothing remains static. This understanding wasn't a bleak outlook, but a clear reflection of how life truly operates. Yet, when we face the reality of impermanence, there's often a feeling of discomfort. We naturally resist it, wishing that things could stay the same. But what if instead of resisting, we leaned into it? Science tells us that everything from the smallest atom to the largest star is either expanding or contracting. There's no such thing as standing still. The same principle applies to our lives. When we embrace change, we experience growth, expansion, and new possibilities. But when we resist, we shrink, stagnate, and ultimately we begin to decay. It's almost paradoxical. The more we cling to the way things are, the more we end up pushing life away. By trying to preserve a moment, a feeling, or a situation, we block ourselves from the natural flow of life. We forget that the true beauty of existence is in its fluidity. It's in the fact that nothing lasts forever, which means every new moment carries with it the potential for transformation. Once we shift our perspective, the impermanence of life starts to feel less like a burden and more like an open canvas. The realization that nothing is permanent opens up a world of possibilities. When we stop seeing change as something to fear and start seeing it as an opportunity for creation, we unlock a new level of freedom. Think about it. If everything around you is constantly changing, you aren't stuck. You're not fixed in place. If you're in a job you hate, that situation doesn't have to define you forever. If you're feeling disconnected or lost, that's not the end of the story. You have the power to shift, to rewrite, and to evolve. When we align ourselves with the truth that life is ever changing, we discover that we're never as trapped as we think we are. This isn't to say that change is always easy. There are times when it feels like life is shifting beneath us in ways we don't want or expect. Relationships end, opportunities fade, and we lose things that matter to us deeply. But even in those moments, there's potential. There's always room for something new to emerge. Often, it's the moments of great change, the ones that shake us the most, that carry within them the seeds of our greatest growth. When we resist the unknown, we resist life itself. We contract, we close off, and in doing so, we cut ourselves off from the very essence of existence. But when we step into the flow, when we welcome change with open arms, we align ourselves with the rhythm of life. We step into our power as creators of our own experience. In many ways, embracing change is the key to living a truly fulfilled life. It's not about passively letting life happen to us, but about recognizing that we have a say in how we respond. We can either fight against the tide, or we can learn to surf the waves. Once we realize that change is inevitable, we can choose to become active participants in the process rather than passive victims. So, what does this mean for our everyday lives? It means that in each moment, we have a choice. We can either cling to the familiar and contract, or we can lean into the unknown and expand. We can work with the natural flow of life and create something new, something dynamic, something that aligns with our vision. It's a shift in mindset from fear and resistance to openness and possibility. In this sense, impermanence isn't something to dread. It's a gift. It's what allows us to evolve, to grow, and to create lives that are aligned with who we truly are. When we embrace the truth that nothing stays the same, we unlock a new level of freedom. We become empowered to make the changes we need to make to let go of what no longer serves us and step into our full potential. At the end of the day, change is the building block of life. It's the natural order of things. And when we work with it rather than against it, we tap into an infinite source of power. We realize that we are the creators of our own existence, and that in itself is an incredibly liberating thought. If you've ever felt like you're stuck in a situation that doesn't align with who you are, or if you've struggled to accept the changes life throws your way, the Inner Foundation series can help you realign with the natural flow of life. Embracing change is at the core of this work, and it's a key to living a more empowered and expansive life.